Ronna Romney McDaniel, chairwoman of the Republican National Committee. Ronna, welcome. Good to see you tonight. So how do you
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
How do you think this race is shaping up? Are you getting any early indication?
Yeah, we started to see momentum shifting towards Karen Handel at the latter stages of the early vote. It's going to be tight. It's going to be neck and neck. You're going to see high voter turnout. I'm cautiously optimistic, but it really is going to depend on turnout today.
Yeah. And how's turnout looking so far?
I haven't seen any indications yet. I think it's good. I mean, we need to see good turnout in Cobb County and northern Fulton County. Those are going to be the areas that we're going to be looking at. We're pleased that Karen started to take the lead in the early vote towards the latter stages of voting. That's a good trend line for her. And she represents the district. The voters of Georgia 6 know her. She's served them. Jon Ossoff, of course, is from outside the district. He can't even vote for himself today. Most of his monies come from out of state. You know, California doesn't need a 54th congressman. Georgia needs somebody who's going to represent their district.
So the early numbers in terms of early vote are about 140,000 early vote. And just to give people a sense, in the 2014 midterm, there were 210,000 votes cast. So there was a significant amount of early vote here. You know, how do you feel that went? Do you think it leaned GOP or do you think it leaned Dem? You know, how do your voters vote in that district in terms of early voting?
It's neck and neck in the early voting, according to what we're seeing, and I think Karen Handel is going to have an edge on Election Day voting. We think this is going to be a record turnout. Like you said, in 2014, you saw 210,000 voters turn out. I think you'll see between 230 and 250,000 voters turn out for this special election. The interest is very high, and each of them are making their case, and of course Karen's better suited to represent that district.
So what about the fact that Jon Ossoff has sort of presented himself as a middle-of-the-road candidate, especially in the final weeks of this of the campaigning period here? And, you know, President Trump has a 39% approval rating, and Karen Handel has said, you know, I'm not an extension of the White House. So how's that going to sort out?
Well, Jon Ossoff's really tried to be all things to all people. So he's taking his money from California and New York, from the liberal side of the Democrat Party. But in district, he's not talking about President Trump. He's saying, I'm going to go to Washington and work with Republicans. He's saying he's going to fight raising taxes. So he's trying to play himself as some moderate Democrat. We know he's going to go to Washington and vote with Pelosi 100% of the time. So he's trying to have it both ways within the district. I think the voters are seeing that. And Karen's keeping it local. She's focusing on jobs, the economy, and helping people in the Georgia 6 district. And she's going to come to Washington and be a support to the White House and help us repeal and replace Obamacare, pass tax reform, and get jobs coming back to that district.
Ronna, thank you very much. Good to see you tonight. We're going to be watching every minute of this.